Niagara College is hosting a girls' sports day this Saturday, June 3rd at the Empire Sportsplex. College Director of Athletics and Student Engagement, Michele O'Keefe, is here to tell us more. Michele, you held one of these last year, but it was in October. Why the switch to the spring?
We always wanted to do it in the spring or the summer when the venue first opened, but it ended up having a late opening. It didn't open till July, and then all the weekends were busy. So the first available weekend for us in 2022 was in October.
Another why question for me. Niagara College has its own facilities. Why aren't you doing that at Niagara College?
Because this is outdoors, and we want the girls to be comfortable playing outside, self-organizing, be comfortable. We know the boys will be out there from dawn till dusk, and we want the girls to be comfortable too.
Empire Sportsplex, what does it offer?
They have basketball, beach volleyball, pickleball, tennis, and then there's another blank grass area where you could do yoga or whatever kind of workout you'd like to do on your own.
What's the schedule for the day Saturday?
So the girls will come and we'll have 6 sports stations. So we do basketball, beach volleyball, tennis, golf, soccer, and softball. And so we have stations, and so we put them in groups, and every 20 minutes or so we blow the whistle and everybody rotates through. We also have our hairstyling students come in from the college and do the girls' hair so that they know how to braid their own hair if they're playing sports.
Brilliant idea, right?
Yeah, you know, sometimes parents just don't know. Dads don't know how to braid
hair. Oh my gosh,
hair.
I had to braid my daughter's hair a few times, and it was just a disaster.
Yeah, so we like to lighten it up again. You know, the theory goes that you should, in order to keep girls playing in sports, you should meet them where they are. And most girls like to do their hair and be girls. So everything designed on that day is inclusive for everyone and to make sure that girls are comfortable.
This is about exactly that, making sure girls are comfortable and also confident.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, we've got our varsity coaches come out with some of the athletes to lead the stations, and then some community sport leaders.
So they're getting to see some excellent female role models.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, they always say if you can see it, you can be it. And so that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to show female leadership so that the girls see what can be and what they can do. When they left last year, they were like, okay, bye, we'll see you next year. And you know, that just warms your heart.
Is there any follow-up to this? Do you plan to in the future? I know it's only the second time that this is happening, but do you plan in the future to connect with local sports organizations and see if more girls are signing up?
We actually we've added a couple of features this year. So one of them, our local sports clubs are going to be there to be able to talk to parents if they want to sign their girls up. We also have a parents section where parents can come and talk about nutrition, how to feed your young athletes on a budget. We also have the mobile closet coming up, so we're also doing running shoe drive. So gently used shoes, bring them on down, and we'll put them to good use.
You know, coming from a background, I've been on a soccer board for 18 years. I've been a referee, a coach, and a board member. And knowing around this region, it's been difficult to field all-girls soccer teams, and that's kind of a shame.
You know, like I said earlier, you've got to meet girls where they are. So to play the exact same rules as boys, sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. Not to say one is better than the other, it's just different. And I think that's what we try to make sure we're taking into consideration when we plan our day. We've got our student council pub manager coming out. Danny will set up the barbecue so the girls will get fed and they have a good social time, as we've got a DJ coming out. It's got to be fun so that they'll come back. Years ago, I was living in Burlington and I was working on the board with Burlington basketball, and it was a Saturday morning house league. So all the little kids were running around. I went to watch. And there was a younger girl who wasn't quite old enough to play. And so I was trying to keep her busy, run around and time her as she touched the walls. And I said, well, next year, are you going to play? She's like, no. And I said, why not? She said, I don't like the colors. So they were wearing blue and yellow reversibles, and she didn't like blue or yellow, so she wasn't going to play. So you know what? That's a simple fix.
Very simple.
For a long time, long life health, that's a simple fix.
How many volunteers does it take to get this day going and during the day as
we
well?
have 9 volunteer people on our organizing committee that work all year long, and I would be lost without them, and try to name them all, I would forget somebody, and that would be inappropriate. But for the day itself, we probably have another 50 to 60 volunteers that come out.
Students, staff,
Yeah,
other people as well?
About 3/4 of them are students, and the rest are just community volunteers.
Wow. And how did they find out about this? Do you recruit them?
We recruited a lot of them out of the Canada Games.
Canada Summer Games.
The Canada Summer Games. We got about 15 of the recruits, volunteer recruits from there.
Is this a free event for these
Yep,
kids?
it's absolutely free. And at the end of the day, with the support of Canadian Tire Jumpstart, they get to take home a piece of sporting equipment with them. And last year, the first piece of equipment that we sold out of was tennis rackets.
Wow.
And the girls said, I don't have a tennis racket. I have a basketball, I have a volleyball, I have a soccer ball, but they didn't have tennis rackets, so the tennis rackets went first.
And this is an accessible event as well, because I
Yep.
know that the Sportsplex was designed to be
Yep.
accessible.
Yeah, when the City of Welland built the Empire Sportsplex, obviously with the support of Empire Community Homes, they also partnered with Jumpstart, who built all the basketball courts and a main court that is accessible. So it's got soothing colors, it's got the wider doors, it's got covers over the benches, the baskets go up and down. It's spectacular out there. If anybody hasn't been out to the Empire Sportsplex, you really should see it. It's a spectacular location.
Ages 6 to 12 again, like last year?
6 to 12. We also have the Brock Niagara Penguins come out and let the girls try playing basketball or sitting volleyball in the wheelchairs. And it's a great opportunity for everyone to try all the sports.
And how can people, do they have to register?
Yeah, we have everybody registering. If you go to the welland.ca website and you look on the recreation page, the registration is there, and we'll have it open until Wednesday.
Fantastic. Thanks for coming in today.
Oh, thanks for sharing.